Or, excuse this horrendous home haircut. It's bad, isn't it? Look at that. Anyway, in the past, if you wanted to see a photo that you had taken or someone else had taken, the film had to be processed and developed and turned into a physical print or photo that you could hold and look at. And then as technology's improved and digital cameras and the digital files that go with the digital cameras have become the norm, the everyday, then that need for printing photos soon disappeared. And it's almost become cool to not print photos, to actually have them on your screen, and especially in recent years when everything's on your phone, you've got thousands and thousands of photos in your pocket at your fingertips when you want them. But if you ask me, I think whilst that's great for convenience, I think the art of photo printing needs to do its full loop. If you think about like mobile phones, started off as massive great things that you needed two hands and hello, yeah, and they got smaller and smaller and smaller until they were small enough for people to insert in places. And then they get bigger and bigger and bigger again. I think the photos have done the prints, they need to loop down, they've done the digital thing, and now I think we need to be printing photos. I think everyone needs to be printing photos. Not just photographers, not just... Oh, shut up, dog. I think everyone needs to be printing... I swear this dog is just barking it as soon as I open my fucking mouth. I think everyone should be printing photos, not just photographers, everyone. Whilst having them on your phone, on your laptop, on your computer, even on your TV is great. I don't think there is a single screen or display or device out there that can replicate holding a physical print of a photo or looking at a physical print in a frame on the wall. You just can't. You can't replicate the emotion, the memories that photos are there to invoke. In a roundabout way, if you follow this channel, the chances are you're either a photographer or filmmaker or interested in progressing into that way of life, then you've probably been hit with a social media ad from a company called Saal, I think it's Saal, that's how I'm going to say it anyway, opening applications for photographers to apply and, if chosen, get £100 to spend on one of their new professional line photo books. So I applied and I got accepted, which was amazing, so a huge shout out and thank you to Saal for that. So they sent the voucher out and I put together my photo book and it arrived a few days ago, and here it is. £93 worth of photo book. We'll get onto the book in a minute, but this book actually taught me a lesson about getting photos printed, because I've had quite a few printed. They're on walls, they're in frames, there's one behind me, there's one behind the camera, there's several downstairs, so I love printing photos. My initial thinking when I started putting the book together was it's 40 pages because that took me to the price limit, and I was thinking I can only put my best photos in here because it's going to be this amazing thing. You have to open it and every photo has to be perfect and perfectly coloured and perfectly cropped and fit in the box perfectly, and then the penny dropped. Printing photos is for reliving the memories that you've captured, and that's how I started to look at it. So actually, this book shouldn't be filled with just my best photos. Every single photo in there needs to have a story, a reason, a memory, or some kind of factor behind it that when I hold it and I look at it, it brings back the memories and it takes me back to when and where that photo was taken. And that is exactly why everyone needs to be printing photos again. Family photos, holiday photos, photos of your car, photos of your dog, photos of your cat. Get them printed, because trust me, in years to come, when life's moved on and things have moved on and you stumble across those photos, you will not beat the feeling of picking those photos up and sharing them with others or looking at them for yourselves. You just won't. You just won't. I think if you're going to do one thing today, promise me you'll go and get some photos printed. Everyone needs to get some photos printed. There's places out there that will print them for free if you just pay a couple of quid for postage, and just be prepared to put up with a few emails from the mailing list, but you can unsubscribe or whatever. And you need to start gathering those photos ready for it to do its full loop. I am waffling a treat here. Anyway, the actual Saal photo book. If you want to get some really nice photos printed, then I couldn't recommend them enough. Easy to put together on the free software that you get. Delivery was quick. So I'm not saying that everyone needs to go and spend 100 quid on one of these professional books. They have their time, they have their place. But that said, the quality of this photo book, ow, I can't even think of a word, exceptional quality photo book, then you need to check Saal out and have them do one for you. The cover, I'm not quite sure what I was thinking with the design. But you know, I liked it at the time and it kind of grows on me. The cover is solid acrylic and it's got this beautiful shine on it. I'll probably just cover it in fingerprints, that's all you'll be able to see. But it looks amazing and it is super thick. And the format that I've gone with for my book was I've broken it down into a few sections, and each one's got a title and a few words next to it, and then it goes into the photos that I've chosen for that section. And like I said earlier, I've chosen every single one of them for a reason, and they've all got a reason, a story, or some kind of memory behind them. And even just looking at them now, it just, it puts a smile on my face of all these different adventures I've been on and all these stories that each photo in it tells. But yeah, the print quality is, well, unbelievable. It's 100 million times better than I was expecting, and I had high expectations for £100 for 40 pages of photos. Essentially, that's that's not a lot of photos for 100 quid if you compare it to just getting them printed on 6x9 things. But the quality is amazing, and this is something that I'm going to genuinely cherish forever, and in the years to come look back over it because of everything I've said earlier on in this video. So I don't really think there's much else to add other than, if you do something today, promise me you'll get some photos printed and drop a comment down below with what you got printed and the story behind that photo, because I'd love to hear about those. And if you do want something really high end, then I thoroughly recommend you check out Saal. Their link will be in the description below. Their professional line photo books are expensive. I probably wouldn't pay that much just for a personal photo book that often. However, the quality is more than £100 worth. It is exceptional, and I promise you won't be disappointed if you do decide to go for one of their products. But that all said, if you did like this video, then if you could hit the like button down below, because that really is appreciated. And whilst you're down there, if you could hit the subscribe button, because that really does help me out. And if you want to see more videos just like this one, and turn the notifications on as well, and you won't miss anything. But until then, I will see you in the next one.